Good afternoon. As you saw, we were indoors today, trying to simulate the game, and we were in there focusing more on our red zone, and we had to move the ball at the end there, so we had some good situations, and we have a kicking practice before that. That was really good. So it was good to be inside there today. And you guys saw the injury report. It's good to have some guys moving around that hadn't been moving around. We got some limited reps today. Individual and 10 to 15 reps with some of those guys, so that was great to see going forward. And then lastly, Justin Jones, I failed to mention earlier in the week that Justin Jones, our three technique under tackle, is our honorary captain for the game. So we're all set with that. I'll open up to questions from there.
Red zone work today.
Yeah.
How did it look today compared to last week?
No, it's like I said before, it's looked good in practice. It really has, and execution was good. The schemes were good. I like what we're doing down there. It looked good again today. So, like I said earlier in the week, it's just got to transfer to the games now. We just got to have execution in the games, and guys are excited about the plan.
How do you decide if Jalen can play?
Yeah. I mean, I know you guys saw he's doubtful right now, so we're just hopeful, and we're gonna have to wait the 48 hours. Wait and see where it goes, and see how he progresses from there. And we'll see where it is.
I know that, but what's your criteria for deciding whether he could play? Because
it's usually
if he's at limited strength, you might still want him if he's physically able to.
Yeah.
How do you go about deciding whether he could go?
Yeah, usually it's how he looks on Friday. So he was out there today, looked pretty good. We have always, we don't have that hard fast rule, but we like to see that. Guys come back on Friday to move around. It's 48 hours before the game, and we feel pretty good about it. And then we just, let it progress from there and see where he is.
I don't know if there was a connection, but you cut back on practice last week with the short week and everything coming up, and there were defensive discipline issues, eye discipline, gap issues, whatever. Is there a balance that when you cut back on, your team is built on practicing hard?
Yeah.
Is there a tough balance when you want to cut back, but you kind of lose it? Maybe you lose something.
We cut back. We took out the one-on-ones. We did that. We took out a couple reps, but the speed, and the intensity in which we practice doesn't change. So it's really, you cut a little bit of time off, shave a couple minutes off an individual. But of course, we're always trying to get better. As you said, we had our keys and our discipline. We're always working on those things as we go.
With David, how has he looked the last 2 days?
Montgomery, good. Yeah, he's looked good. It's positive. It's real positive, and he's looked good, and he's moving around well, and he's got a good spirit about him. He's got brightness in his eyes. I think he's excited about getting going.
Go ahead.
With David and Jalen, do you take into consideration that you have 2 games in 5 days coming up as far as whether they'll be ready for Sunday? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you do. I think we take that in consideration with all our players, but yeah, for sure, you got to do that. You got to make sure that they're humming and going for this Sunday, and then obviously the quick turnaround is a factor into it.
How do you think things have gone for Robert Quinn so far? As far as, only 1 sack, but
Right.
Is he effective, and is there something you guys can do to kind of get him going?
Yeah, we're always looking at ways to shake a good pass rusher loose, to get the one-on-one matchups, and I think he's done well. Obviously the numbers don't show that right now, but again, you just got to keep getting after it. You got to keep rushing. We got to create good situations for him to rush in, which I think is something we got to do better, and that would tie into the run defense. You get your run defense going, and you're better first down efficiency. Now you have the right to rush the passer. Now it's second and longer, it's third and longer, and you get the situations that you need, that you would like to have, and get more ops for him and the pass rushers.
Do you view that as more of the issue then with the pass rush? It's more just that the run defense has struggled.
That's definitely a factor.
As opposed to like the actual personnel on the pass rush themselves.
Yeah, I think it's a combination, but it's definitely a factor. You get more opportunities, you get more pressure, you get more sacks.
Kyler Gordon seems to be going through some rookie trials, I guess, and the analytics on some of them, like passer rating against, are not good and stuff like that. What's your most honest assessment of what he's done, and is it veering into territory where maybe he shouldn't be out there, or not anywhere near that? What's your best assessment of how he's done in the first 4 games?
Yeah, I think, like I said, he's learning. He's learning as he goes, and he's getting better. Like for a rookie, it's small increments. You're just getting better. You're learning. You're putting those experiences away and saying, hey, I learned from that. I can get better here at my angles, at my tackling, at my coverage, at my line of scrimmage, crack replace, all the things that a corner does. And he's learning that, and he's getting better at those things. And it's a lot of experiences to go through as a rookie. And I think that you have to put him in there in order to have those experiences. You know, he has the talent, he has the want to, he has the desire, he's tough, and he has everything you need to succeed.
So no concern, right? I mean, this, to you, you've been through this before, this is pretty typical, or?
This is really typical. Yep.
This isn't a question about Kyler, but just generally speaking, I know you want them to learn the defense, develop in the defense, but is there a line where you need to start considering personnel changes at any position if the struggle's on the field on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you always consider, you know, everything. You know, it's always a competition, you know, for sure. You know, so we always have competitions within the positions, you know, be it O-line or if it's defensive back or safety, whatever that is. How you practice is how you play, and based on how you practice, you'll be the guy that plays more. And we'll always have those in play. So I think that's how I would answer that.
You guys have been really successful on the opening drive. I think only, you've scored on 3 or 4 of them. What has changed between drive 1 and drive 2, 3, 4 as that chess match happens?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's hard to predict. You know, there's been times where, you know, when I was a defensive coordinator, we were really good in the first drive, and then there was times where we were great in the second half. And you know, I think it changes. You know, you're always making in-game, you know, decisions and tactic changes as you go when you're defending or if you're calling plays. And I just think that's an ongoing process.
For Justin, what would be the benefit of momentum if you guys come out and, you know, maybe score again on the first drive, but just kind of keep going in a positive way there?
Yeah, that's what you're always. I mean, I'm sure you know that would be great. You know that you have that. You know, we're always trying to score a touchdown every single time we touch the ball. You know, of course, but you know, we just got to have consistency of execution. You know, like I said after the game, that's for our whole football team.
How did you feel
Good. Yeah, he was good. You know, we got that 21-day window, and we thought he looked really good. He did some practice reps, you know, for us on the show team, and got some individual in there, and he's looking good.
As far as Bayless is concerned, Tyke was saying that you guys want to see him be more consistent in practice.
Yeah.
Did you see that this week from him? And is there a chance he'll give him some offensive snaps on
Yeah, he got more opportunities, you know, in the offense, and we'll see where it goes. And he's certainly a guy that can be explosive, and he was more consistent this week.
Are you planning on, with the offensive line, are you planning Patrick at left, Mustafa, and then Jenkins at right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're looking at everything. You know, obviously we're looking at everything. And we had to switch people around a little bit to make sure we had backups in each spot at right and at center and at left. You know, so we're moving guys around, and there'll be a combination in there we decide during that time in the next 48 hours.
You said at the beginning of the week it would stay the same. Did something happen to change that?
What's that?
You said Monday that it was going to stay the same with Patrick.
Yeah.
Did something happen that changed?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. You know, we obviously have to look at Lucas at center too. You know, that's an important piece to it, and we did that. Good. Yeah, really good.
Is Nikhil Harry a possibility for Sunday, or is this still longer than that as far as playing?
No, he's not part of that yet.
Matt, back to Kyler and even Kendall with young guys. How are they holding up mentally here with this grind and, you know, at times being targeted and the challenge that they're going to be facing this week?
Yeah.
How's their attitude been?
It's been great, you know, and that's a credit to Ryan Poles and his staff. You know, we got the right makeup of guys, you know, in the room. You know, Gordon and Brisker and, you know, Vodor, all those guys are doing a great job, and they're always upbeat, hardworking, trying to learn, you know, the defense and learn their techniques and fundamentals every single week, and then how we're going to prepare for each opponent. So their attitudes have been great.
How Kendall Bildor's played.
Solid. I think it's been solid. I think his tackling is improving. I think he's been more aggressive. You know, I think his coverage has been solid. So yeah, I think he's improving. I really like where he's at right now. He's made some strides in these first, you know, 4 games for sure.
Do you expect David to play Sunday?
David, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I believe he's listed as doubtful or questionable. Questionable, yeah. So that's pretty good, right? Questionable. We'll see where it goes. Like I said, he moved around in practice really good, and he's got a great attitude, and he looked good in practice.